What happens when a Republican hold feels like a Democratic warning shot? I'm Ethan. Maya shows how Nashville turnout and an affordability message reshape county swings. Leo breaks down the dollars, margins, and redistricting. And we'll unpack why this narrow result could reshape the 2026 map. There are two competing stories about the Tennessee special: an official line that it was a Republican hold, and a public argument that it was a Democratic warning shot. And both shape what comes next.
Hold on, this was more than semantics. On December 2nd, voters cast about 180,000 ballots in a seat vacated when Mark Green resigned, and Democrats ran the kind of turnout operation that unnerved Republicans.
Factually, outside groups poured in more than $6.5 million, including about $1,600,000 from a pro-Trump super PAC. President Trump tele-rallied and phoned in. Republican Matt Van Epps, a veteran who served 9 tours, held the seat by about a 9-point margin.
A win is a win. Van Epps leaned into Trump's endorsement. His post called the effort a triumph and credited millions spent, and conservative leaders argue this race shows the party can still organize around message and turnout.
County detail matters. Afton Bend carried Davidson County, producing the largest swing, while Williamson moved modestly and Montgomery barely budged. Overall, she won only Davidson, leaving the GOP narrower but intact.
And don't forget why those margins tightened. Ben ran on affordability, feed kids, fix roads, and fund hospitals, and energized voters in Nashville. The map itself was carved to dilute that power. Tennessee's lines split Nashville for a reason.
Still, many Republicans took it as a warning. Even inside conservative circles, you heard calls like a flashing red light. The message from the right now is, mobilize, stop complacency, show up next time, or pay the price.
We should flag a real contradiction. Some analysts see a uniform Democratic surge in off-year races, while others point to candidate profile and local dynamics. Ben's progressive record was both an asset and a liability depending on the county.
Exactly. Read it as momentum. Special election patterns this year show Democrats averaging double-digit improvements over 2024 margins, and party leaders now eye dozens of Trump-carried districts as targets if this trend holds.
Or read it as caution. Nationalized spending and late surrogates can compress margins in special elections, but the end result preserved the House working majority for now. Politics is about turnout and organization, not just headlines.
Immediate consequence. Van Epps' win kept Republicans at 220 to 213 until a planned resignation in January, but the narrower margin has intensified internal debate over strategy, messaging, and redistricting.
Ben herself framed the result as the beginning of something powerful. For progressives, this wasn't just a near miss. It was proof that an affordability message can shift votes even in Trump country.
From the right, celebrate holding the seat, tighten discipline, and treat every off-cycle contest as a preview of turnout in the midterms. No one on either side thinks this story is finished.
We'll keep tracking the signals, county swings, turnout intensity, candidate recruitment, and how redistricting reshapes the map heading into 2026. That's where the next chapter will be written.